Well, in this particular case, what I think has happened is that it's not so much that about people who are alive and remember the stories differently. There's some of that going on, but not as much as you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what is more going on with these sorts of stories is people just go, eh, like it doesn't connect with them, because when it comes to the truth, and we've talked about this over on our stream. There are certain things that you cannot deny. You can try to change the meaning of words, but at some point you encounter reality. And whatever word you use to describe reality doesn't really matter at some point, because reality is what it is. And people kind of understand that, well, women behaving like this, all they see is a man, and they go, well, it's either, a woman behaving as a man, that's not a woman, that's something else. And their brains just go, and they walk away from it. They don't understand that it's a subconscious
Yeah, it's a
disgust, but
yeah. No matter how much propaganda they have been exposed to, there are
but this also gets to another point. You can create too much drama. There's been so much drama around this particular movie, and at this point, it's drama overload, and people just walk away from too much drama. And I think this is where women get themselves in a lot of trouble. Is they, oh, well, I have, create drama, and then eventually the guy just checks the fuck out and stops. You can create too much drama, and of course, that's fuel for more drama for the woman. Except now she gets to complain about how her husband's checked out, and all he wants to do is go play with his Legos or train, whatever his hobby is, right? Well,
yeah, it's typical way men deal with it. I can't deal with her drama, so I escape. It's understandable. You have to. The other solution is use some of your dominance and help her.
But it will
scale down
depend
the
on.
drama.
Okay, Steve. I think it will depend on how much drama she's been.
No.
Well, look, there are some women who are like.
No.
Unmanageable, like no matter no amount of dominance.
Sure, absolutely. And why? Plutarch was going there.
Sorry, go ahead.
Look, there is only so much drama that a guy has the ability to redirect, is the term I'm going to use. Okay? We cannot, we're humans. There's limits to our abilities. We don't have an infinite reservoir of drama dealing with, capability. Yeah, Nick?
Yeah, I got something to share, but right after you say.
Okay. So
quite apt.
So what ends up happening is eventually you just, either the guy is, so I'm going to reframe this. It's a shit test. Okay. It's a never ending shit test. And so as a guy, you have two choices. You can just constantly come up and deal with it. Okay. Just constantly deflect. And that's what Steve is talking about. That's your dominant masculine presence guy. Most men are not going to be able to do that. And it's not necessarily even the man's fault that he can't do that. Okay? It's this is why women chase the top 5-10% of guys, because most of them cannot constantly deflect the drama. And here's the thing, even those dominant masculine guys are eventually going to look at all the drama you create, and they're going to go, you know what, I have no more interest in dealing with you, and kick you to the curb. So, it's like, whether or not the limit is the guy gets there rationally as part of his dominance and says, you're out, every man has a limit.
Mhm.
It's just how he chooses to exercise that limit. That's all we're negotiating over here. And women, they don't understand any of this, right? It to a lot of guys, it seems like a difference without distinction. Oh, well, one guy just chooses to ditch, it's like, so it's, yes, guys, this one is about you. This is about how you handle her drama. He's going to kick out drama. Okay. It's what they do. You can either handle it. Go ahead, Nick.
And many times I'll have a video. It ends up as how this video goes.
Mhm.
Got this from George Bruno.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. 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 Uh-huh. 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 Coffee and yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, this is so funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Amazing, amazing. Was it George Bruno? George Bruno?
Yeah, I think he got that from somewhere else, but
Wow.
I saw multiple versions going around yesterday or the day before. So,
Oh, that's so funny.
but you saw the drama, right?
Yeah. And
What?
go ahead.
Okay. We're talking about the dominant man trying to put some restraint or assist her in controlling her emotions, so she doesn't go into the drama spiral. Why do dominant men fail at this sometimes? And why do non-dominant men pretty much always fail? Well, we've kind of talked about this before. A woman processes everything based on her experience and her emotions. So if she grew up without a father asserting some dominance to help her control and teach her how to, okay, don't need to spiral out of control with your emotions. Put some restraint on it. Might not have been restraint that she liked, but now she's got experience with a man restraining her emotions. And ideally, the father can do that. And the father, there should be no sexual shenanigans going on there. He's the man who doesn't want her sexually. He can just say, this is it. And she can't use sexuality to subvert that. So now she has the experience of being controlled or subdued or assisted, however you want to say that. Yes, in some ways, it's controlling her emotions and it's bringing her back down to earth. If she does not have that experience, which I've called discipline, a disciplined woman gets there from having a father who imposes that restraint. Now you wife her up and you're that dominant man and you're trying to do this, and she has no experience in her childhood of feeling or experiencing that. I'm gonna say good luck to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she.
I had that conversation with one of
Mhm.
my rugby buddies yesterday. He has this. He was talking about the drama of his wife. He's like, "This is what I do." He says, "I know she's going to do what she's going to do, But she understands. I'm gonna let her talk and let her do her shit. But then I'm gonna come in afterwards and deal with it. And I said, why do you think she lets you deal with it? He said, well, that's what her dad did.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to what I said earlier in the stream. It takes a village to restrain a woman. It can't always be the guy, because if she never had a dad who restrained her, or restrained the excesses of her emotions, then when you as a dominant man come in and restrain her emotions, she's going to love it and she's going to hate it. I know that's a paradox. All the logical men in the stream are freaking out, but that's how women operate.